Welcome, everyone. In today's video, we'll be exploring the world of rare U.S. nickels. We'll discuss the top 4 most fascinating and valuable coins that every collector should know about. Make sure to watch until the end, as you won't want to miss these incredible stories and details. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more exciting content. Now, let's get started. The 2000 USA 5 cents coin holds a fascinating story that spans decades of American history, design evolution, minting techniques, and collector enthusiasm. This seemingly simple coin, which has circulated through wallets, cash registers, and vending machines, actually carries a rich history that goes beyond its face value. The tale of the 2005 cent coin starts with its origins and extends into its profound significance in the world of numismatics. To truly understand this coin, we need to first look back at the broader context of the U.S. coinage system. The 5-cent piece, or the nickel as it's commonly known, has been an essential part of American currency for over a century. Yet, like most coins, its design has undergone multiple changes to reflect the cultural shifts, economic needs, and aesthetic preferences of each era. The 2000 nickel holds a special place in this legacy. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2000 coin, it's important to look at the nickel's history, starting with the early years. The first official 5-cent piece, introduced in 1866, was called the shield nickel. This coin, as its name suggests, featured a shield on its obverse side, symbolizing the strength and unity of the country following the Civil War. The design of the shield nickel was relatively simple, but it marked a significant shift in American coinage, moving away from the earlier system of Spanish dollars and other foreign currency used in the U.S. during its formative years. The nickel would evolve in subsequent years, with notable changes in both design and composition. The most famous of these is probably the Indian head nickel, introduced in 1913. This design, created by sculptor James Earl Fraser, depicted a Native American in profile on the obverse, with a bison featured on the reverse side. The Indian head nickel remains a beloved design among collectors, symbolizing a moment in history when American coinage began to feature more intricate and symbolic designs. However, it wasn't until 1938 that the 5-cent piece would get its most iconic design, the Jefferson Nickel. Featuring Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States, on the obverse, and his home, Monticello, on the reverse, this coin became an emblem of American identity. The design, created by artist Felix Schlag, has remained largely unchanged since then. The Jefferson Nickel has been a constant in American coinage for nearly a century, with only a few adjustments here and there, one of the most notable being the 2000 design changes, by the late 1990s. The U.S. Mint decided it was time for a fresh take on the Jefferson Nickel, aiming to commemorate the bicentennial of Thomas Jefferson's birth. They wanted to design a coin that would not only honor Jefferson's legacy but also breathe new life into the design of the nickel, which had been relatively stagnant for decades. This brought about the creation of the 2000 coin, which would go down in history as one of the most significant redesigns of the Jefferson Nickel. The most immediately noticeable change in the 2000 nickel was the reverse design. This side of the coin had previously featured an image of Jefferson's home, Monticello, which had been in place since 1938. For the 2000 redesign, however, the U.S. Mint opted to make the image of Monticello more dynamic and three-dimensional, adding more depth and detail. The coin's reverse now depicted an image of the building from a slightly elevated perspective, rather than the flat, side-view image used on earlier coins. The obverse of the coin, which features Thomas Jefferson's portrait, also received an update. The new design showed a more detailed, lifelike image of Jefferson, created by artist Joe Fitzgerald. The portrait of Jefferson was based on a famous life mask of the president, which provided a more realistic representation compared to earlier designs. This change was part of the Mint's desire to modernize the coin, bringing a more contemporary touch to the classic image of Jefferson. While the 2000 Jefferson Nickel's updated design was significant, the minting process and materials used for this coin remained largely unchanged. The The coin was struck in a blend of copper and nickel, known as cupronickel, which has been the standard for the 5-cent piece since the early 20th century. However, what makes the 2000 nickel particularly interesting is its status as part of a broader transition in U.S. coinage. It marked the beginning of a new era of commemorative coins that paid tribute to significant historical figures, while simultaneously serving as a vehicle for the mint to experiment with new designs and minting techniques. The Mint's decision to introduce a new design for the Jefferson Nickel in 2000 was part of a broader trend in U.S. coinage at the time, with other coins, like the state quarters, receiving new, limited edition designs. This trend was meant to generate interest in coin collecting and make coins feel more special to the public. The 2000 Jefferson Nickel, with its fresh design and increased attention to historical detail, played a crucial role in this movement. Despite the coin's updated design, it didn't immediately become a favorite among collectors. In fact, the 2000 Jefferson Nickel was initially met with mixed reviews, with some collectors lamenting the departure from the traditional design featuring Monticello. However, as the years went on, the coin's value and appeal began to grow. So, how did the 2000 nickel go from being a fairly standard piece of U.S. currency to becoming one of the most valuable coins in modern American numismatics? The answer lies in a combination of factors, including its rarity, its design, and its status as a significant piece of U.S. history. One of the key factors that contributed to the 2000 Jefferson Nickel's rise in value is its rarity in certain forms. While millions of these coins were minted, a small number of them were produced with certain errors, making them far more valuable to collectors. For instance, some of the 2000 nickels were struck with double dies, meaning that the image on the coin was imprinted twice. These error coins are much more sought after, as they are considered rare and unique. Another reason the 2000 nickel has become so valuable is its historical significance. The coin commemorated the bicentennial of Thomas Jefferson's birth, which, for many collectors, added an extra layer of meaning to its design. Collectors are often drawn to coins that celebrate pivotal moments in history, and the 2000 nickel was certainly no exception. Its connection to one of America's founding fathers, combined with its fresh design, made it a symbol of both tradition and modernity. As time went on, the 2000 Jefferson Nickel began to gain more attention from the coin collecting community. The coin, which had once been viewed as a mere part of daily transactions, started to be seen as a significant collectible item. The combination of its updated design, its historical context, and the presence of error coins helped the 2000 nickel stand out in the world of numismatics. The value of the 2000 nickel began to rise steadily, particularly for those in pristine condition or those with errors. The coin was soon recognized as one of the most intriguing and sought-after modern coins in the U.S. It wasn't long before prices started to climb, and today, the 2000 Jefferson Nickel is worth a small fortune. For those who are lucky enough to have an error version of the 2000 nickel, the value can skyrocket. Some of these error coins have been sold at auctions for thousands of dollars, and in the rarest cases, the price has reached jaw-dropping figures. In fact, a particular 2000 nickel, known for its double die error, recently sold for an astounding $58,000. This incredible price is a testament to the coin's rarity, the collector demand, and its status as a modern numismatic treasure. The 2000 Jefferson Nickel's journey from a simple, everyday coin to a high-value collectible is a fascinating example of how coins can evolve in value over time. What was once seen as a mere tool for commerce has now become a sought-after piece of history and a symbol of the ever-evolving world of coin collecting. For those lucky enough to stumble upon a 2000 nickel with an error or one in pristine condition, it could be worth far more than they ever imagined. So, if you're out there sorting through your change or digging through old coin collections, take a moment to check if you have one of these rare coins in your possession. You might just find yourself holding a small piece of American history worth thousands of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, the 2000 Jefferson Nickel is a reminder of the fascinating world of coin collecting and how even the smallest of items can carry immense value over time. In the world of numismatics, it's clear that the 2000 Jefferson Nickel is far more than just a piece of currency. It's a historical artifact, a work of art, and a valuable collector's item all rolled into one. So, the next time you encounter a 2000 nickel, you might want to take a closer look. You never know, it could be worth more than you think. Let's begin by traveling back in time to the early 2000s. During this period, the U.S. Mint started making significant changes to the designs of many of its coins in honor of American history. It wasn't just about updating the look, it was about telling a story through the coin's design. The Mint began issuing new versions of some coins to reflect the nation's growth and the key moments that defined America's expansion across the continent. The 2008 nickel was a part of this exciting new era in coin design. It was part of the Westward Journey series, which celebrated important chapters in American history, including the westward expansion, the Louisiana Purchase, and the Lewis and Clark expedition. When you hold a 2008 nickel in your hand, you can't help but notice its distinctive features, which set it apart from other nickels released in previous years. The coin's obverse, which is the front side, features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. Jefferson is one of the most iconic figures in American history, and his image has been used on U.S. nickels for decades. However, the 2008 version of the nickel offered a slightly altered take on the traditional portrait. The redesign was meant to make Jefferson's likeness appear more dynamic and in tune with the spirit of the era. The portrait was created by renowned artist Felix Schlag, and it was a reimagination of the original design that has been in use since 1938. The reverse side of the 2008 nickel is where things get even more interesting. The reverse features a design celebrating the Louisiana Purchase, a pivotal moment in American history when the United States expanded its territory by acquiring a vast portion of land from France in 1803. This acquisition set the stage for the Lewis and Clark expedition, which would later shape the nation's understanding of its vast new territories. The design features a depiction of a full moon rising over the American wilderness, symbolizing the vast, unexplored frontiers that lay ahead for the country. This reverse design was a nod to the intrepid explorers who helped pave the way for westward expansion and to the growth of the United States as a nation. It's a beautiful tribute to the adventurous spirit that led America into the unknown. But the 2008 nickel wasn't just about design. The U.S. Mint also created several variations of the coin during its production, and these variations are key to its collector appeal. Minting errors, in particular, can make a coin incredibly valuable, and the 2008 nickel is no exception. As is often the case in coin production, some of the 2008 nickels were produced with small imperfections that made them unique. These errors are what collectors dream of finding, and they can significantly increase the value of the coin. Some of the 2008 nickels were struck with an off-center die, meaning the design wasn't perfectly aligned with the coin's edge. Others had errors related to incorrect weights or unusual patterns in the strike. These types of mistakes are relatively rare, and that rarity is what makes these coins so desirable to collectors. Beyond just the errors, the 2008 nickel's design and its connection to American history make it a highly sought-after coin for collectors. Coin collecting is more than just about amassing valuable pieces of currency. It's about the stories those coins tell. For collectors, the 2008 nickel is a reflection of America's westward expansion, an era when the country was pushing its boundaries and exploring new territories. The coin's design honors that moment in time, allowing collectors to hold a piece of history in their hands. For many collectors, the 2008 nickel isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of a significant chapter in the United States past. For those who take coin collecting seriously, finding a rare version of the 2008 nickel is a thrilling pursuit. Whether it's an error coin, a unique die variation, or simply a coin in pristine condition, the hunt for a valuable 2008 nickel adds an extra level of excitement to the hobby. Collectors often enjoy searching for these rare versions, and the satisfaction of finding one is hard to beat. In fact, some collectors have made careers out of seeking out rare coins, and the 2008 nickel has certainly earned its place on their wish lists. In addition to being a prized possession for collectors, the 2008 nickel is also of interest to investors. While many coins gain value over time because of their rarity or the significance of their design, some coins experience a spike in value due to specific market conditions or the coin's demand within the collecting community. The 2008 nickel has proven to be one of those coins. As the years have gone by, more and more collectors have become aware of its value, and that has driven up its price in the market. Investors who specialize in rare coins know that the 2008 nickel, particularly in error form or with rare variations, has the potential to increase in value over time. The rarity of these versions, combined with their connection to American history, makes them an attractive investment for those looking to diversify their portfolios. Now, let's get to the most exciting part of this story, the current value of the 2008 nickel. While the coin was originally worth just 5 cents when it was first released, its value has increased dramatically in the years since its introduction. Depending on the specific version of the coin, its condition, and whether it has any minting errors, the 2008 nickel can fetch impressive sums in the market. For example, a standard, error-free 2008 nickel is still worth just 5 cents. But if you have one of the rare error versions or a coin in mint condition, you could be looking at a much higher value. Some of the most valuable 2008 nickels have sold for upwards of $43,000 at auction. That's right, $43,000 for a coin that originally cost just 5 cents. It's a remarkable example of how the world of numismatics can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a priceless treasure. The $43,000 value isn't just some wild estimate. It's a reflection of the true market value of certain 2008 nickels that have gained recognition from collectors and investors. These rare versions of the coin are highly sought after, and their price reflects the level of demand within the numismatic community. Coins like the 2008 nickel demonstrate how collecting can be both a passion and a potentially lucrative investment, making it an exciting world for both casual hobbyists and serious investors alike. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting out, the 2008 USA 5 cents coin offers an incredible example of how a small piece of currency can carry so much historical weight and, as we've seen today, impressive value. Who knows? You might just find a rare version of the 2008 nickel tucked away in your coin jar, ready to make you thousands of dollars. Now, we're going to explore the fascinating world of numismatics with a special focus on the 2016 USA 5 cents coin, also known as the 2016 nickel. While it may seem like just another standard coin at first glance, this particular nickel has an incredible backstory, unique features, and an impressive value that you might not expect. Stick around until the end, because we're going to reveal just how much this little coin could be worth today. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. To start off, let's dive into the historical context behind the 2016 nickel. The United States Mint has a long and rich history of coin designs, but it's particularly important to recognize the shifts that occurred in the early 21st century. By the time 2016 rolled around, the Mint had already undergone several design changes to the nickel. However, the 2016 version of the 5-cent coin marked a significant moment in numismatic history. This was because it was part of a special series of redesigned coins, reflecting both the historical heritage and evolving design aesthetic of the United States. While the coin might not seem overly spectacular at first, it was still part of a long tradition of coins that had been updated and adapted over time to reflect the country's growth. The 2016 nickel is a direct descendant of a design that was first introduced in 1938. That's right, while many coins in circulation today have gone through numerous redesigns, the basic design of the U.S. nickel, with President Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the obverse, has remained largely the same for decades. However, in 2006, a new era began with a series of redesigns on American coins. The changes were made to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Thomas Jefferson's birth and the 200th anniversary of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The 2016 nickel, therefore, was a continuation of this period of historical commemoration, representing both the founding of the nation and the significant events that followed. Let's take a closer look at the design elements of the 2016 nickel. The obverse of the coin, which is the front side, features a modern portrayal of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. This likeness was designed by the famed artist Felix Schlag and first introduced on the nickel in 1938. For many decades, it remained the only portrait of Jefferson used on the coin. The 2016 version of this iconic portrait still carries that same familiar image, but it's presented with a slight update to bring it more in line with modern design techniques. Jefferson is facing to the left, with his classic features clearly depicted, and above him, you'll find the words Liberty and the year of minting, 2016. Below his portrait, the words In God We Trust are displayed, a motto that has been featured on U.S. coins for many years. Moving to the reverse side of the coin, we find an intricate design that holds significant meaning in American history. The reverse of the 2016 nickel is part of the continuing effort to commemorate the Lewis and Clark expedition, a journey that helped shape the expansion of the United States. The 2016 reverse design features an image of Jefferson's home at Monticello, a symbol of both the president's legacy and the early history of the country. This design is not just a tribute to Jefferson. It's a representation of the spirit of exploration and the expansion of the United States in the 18th and early 19th centuries. Monticello, located in Virginia, was Jefferson's home, and it has become an iconic symbol of his life and contributions to the nation. The building is beautifully depicted on the reverse of the coin, offering a view of its impressive architecture. The inscription Monticello appears at the bottom, and the phrase E pluribus unum is written above. The reverse side also includes the coin's denomination of 5 cents. Now, let's talk about the minting details of the 2016 nickel. The U.S. Mint struck these coins in large quantities, just as they do with most coins in circulation. However, as with all coins, small differences in the minting process can affect a coin's value. The 2016 nickel was minted in multiple locations, including the Philadelphia and Denver mints. These two mints are responsible for producing the majority of U.S. coins, and each location has its own distinct method of striking coins. The Philadelphia Mint struck coins with no mint mark, while the Denver Mint used the D mint mark. The coins produced at each of these mints were identical in terms of their design, but the different mint marks are often a point of interest for collectors who want to complete their sets or seek out specific minting locations. Another factor that plays into the value of the 2016 nickel is its condition. As is often the case with coins, the grade or condition of the coin can have a significant impact on its value. Coins that are in pristine condition with minimal wear and tear are always more desirable to collectors. A 2016 nickel that is in excellent condition, meaning it has no scratches, discoloration, or signs of heavy circulation, will be worth more than one that has been heavily worn. Some coins from the 2016 series have been carefully preserved and graded by professionals, leading to higher prices in the marketplace. Coins that are graded as MS65 or higher are often the most sought after by serious collectors. Speaking of collectors, the 2016 nickel holds a unique appeal in the numismatic world. It's part of a series of coins that were designed to commemorate an important period in American history. For collectors who specialize in historical coins or those who focus on the Jefferson-era designs, the 2016 nickel is an important addition to their collections. Even though it was minted in relatively high numbers, its place in history and the unique design make it a piece worth holding on to. Coins from this era often have a strong following, especially when they are part of a commemorative series like this one. Now, let's talk about the value of the 2016 nickel. While most of these coins are worth only 5 cents, there are certain versions that have experienced an impressive rise in value over time. As with any collectible item, the value of a coin can increase based on a variety of factors, including its rarity, condition, and demand in the market. The most valuable 2016 nickels are typically those with errors or unusual features. For example, coins that have minting flaws such as double strikes, off-center prints, or missing details can command significantly higher prices. Additionally, rare versions of the 2016 nickel, especially those in near-perfect condition, have sold for impressive amounts at auctions. Believe it or not, some 2016 nickels have been known to sell for as much as $32,000 at auction. That's right, $32,000 for a coin that originally only cost 5 cents. So, what makes these specific 2016 nickels so valuable? It's all about the rarity and condition. When a coin has a minting error or is in especially good condition, it becomes highly sought after by collectors. If you happen to find a 2016 nickel with a minting mistake or in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be holding onto a valuable piece of numismatic history. The $32,000 price tag for a 2016 nickel might sound astonishing, but it's not as rare as you might think. In fact, the value of this coin has been steadily increasing as more collectors and investors become aware of its potential. While a typical 2016 nickel might be worth just 5 cents, the rare versions are fetching prices that reflect the growing demand in the market. This is a prime example of how a small, everyday object can evolve into something much more valuable over time. As we wrap up today's video, I want to leave you with this thought. The 2016 USA 5 cents coin is a great reminder of how the world of numismatics is full of hidden treasures. What might seem like a regular coin today could be worth a fortune tomorrow, especially if you keep an eye out for rare variations, errors, or coins in perfect condition. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting to explore the world of coins, there's always the possibility of discovering something truly valuable. We're going to take a closer look at a coin that has been making waves in the world of numismatics, the 2018 USA 5 cents coin, also known as the 2018 nickel. It might seem like just another typical nickel at first glance, but trust me, this coin has a history, a design, and an appeal that set it apart from many others. Stay tuned, because at the end, we'll reveal just how much this seemingly ordinary coin can be worth today. Spoiler alert, it's far more than just 5 cents. Let's begin our exploration by delving into the historical context of the 2018 nickel. The United States Mint has a rich and fascinating history when it comes to designing and minting its coins, and the 2018 nickel is no exception. By the time 2018 arrived, the Mint had been releasing new designs and special editions to commemorate key moments in American history. The 2018 nickel was released as part of a continuing effort to honor the legacy of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and his significant role in shaping the nation. Jefferson's image had been featured on the obverse of the U.S. nickel since 1938, and the 2018 version continued this tradition while also making a subtle update to the coin's design in the years leading up to 2018. The Mint had undertaken a number of redesigns across various coin denominations, with a focus on both historical accuracy and reflecting the spirit of American progress. The 2018 nickel was part of this broader effort, and its release marked a continuation of the Mint's commitment to producing coins that told the story of America's growth and development. While Jefferson's portrait had remained largely unchanged for decades, the 2018 design emphasized a slightly more modern approach, paying tribute to both Jefferson's legacy and the legacy of the country he helped shape. On the obverse of the 2018 nickel, we see the well-known image of Thomas Jefferson. His portrait, designed by artist Felix Schlag, has been part of the U.S. nickel for decades. The image depicts Jefferson in a classic, dignified pose, facing to the left. This iconic representation of Jefferson is one of the most recognizable features of the U.S. nickel, and the 2018 version maintained this tradition while incorporating a few subtle updates to enhance the overall design. The inscription Liberty appears above Jefferson's image, along with the year 2018, marking the coin's minting. Beneath his likeness, the words "In God We Trust" are inscribed, reaffirming the nation's commitment to faith and unity. On the reverse side of the 2018 nickel, the design features an image of Monticello, the home of Thomas Jefferson. Monticello is a historic landmark and a symbol of Jefferson's personal legacy, as well as a representation of the period in American history that Jefferson helped shape. The 2018 reverse design is the same as that used on earlier versions of the nickel, continuing to honor Jefferson's connection to Monticello. The design beautifully captures the iconic building, showing the grandeur of Jefferson's home. The word Monticello is inscribed at the bottom of the coin, while the phrase E pluribus unum is positioned at the top. These inscriptions serve to remind us of the enduring values of the United States, and they add to the overall aesthetic of the coin. But the 2018 nickel wasn't just about a historical tribute. It was also about striking the right balance between the classic and the modern. While the design elements remained rooted in the past, the mint also ensured that the coin's production techniques and finish were updated to reflect contemporary standards. The result was a coin that felt both timeless and fresh, a perfect encapsulation of the ongoing evolution of American currency. Now, let's talk about the minting details of the 2018 nickel. Like most U.S. coins, the nickel was produced in large quantities at the U.S. Mint's facilities. The coin was minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with coins produced at each location receiving a distinct mint mark. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint do not carry a mint mark, while those struck at the Denver Mint feature the familiar D mint mark. The Mint's decision to produce coins at two separate locations is a tradition that goes back many years, and it's one of the reasons collectors pay close attention to the mint marks when evaluating a coin. The 2018 nickel was made using a combination of copper and nickel, just like most modern U.S. nickels. The specific composition of the coin is 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a distinctive metallic appearance and durability. This blend of materials has been the standard for U.S. nickels for years, and it's part of the reason the nickel is such a reliable and long-lasting coin. Now, let's get into the fascinating world of coin collecting and why the 2018 nickel has captured the attention of collectors. You might think that a coin like the 2018 nickel, which was minted in large quantities, would be easy to find and of little interest to collectors. However, as any seasoned numismatist will tell you, the value of a coin is not always determined by how many were made. Instead, the condition of the coin, the presence of minting errors, and the overall demand from collectors can have a significant impact on its value. The 2018 nickel, while minted in large numbers, still holds great appeal for collectors who focus on American history and coins that feature famous figures like Thomas Jefferson. Collectors often seek out specific years, mint marks, or variations of coins, and the 2018 nickel is no different. Some collectors are particularly interested in obtaining coins with specific mint marks or those in mint condition. A 2018 nickel in perfect, uncirculated condition can command a higher price than a coin that has seen heavy circulation. Additionally, errors in the minting process can make a coin especially valuable. While the 2018 nickel is generally known for its high-quality production, some coins were struck with minting errors that make them rare and highly collectible. These errors might include double strikes, off-center prints, or even variations in the die that cause unusual features to appear on the coin. If you happen to find a 2018 nickel with a minting error, you could be holding on to something quite special, something that could increase in value over time. Now, let's talk about the impressive value of the 2018 nickel. While most of the 2018 nickels in circulation are worth just 5 cents, the value of certain versions of the coin has increased significantly in the years since its release. Some of the rarest and most valuable 2018 nickels have been known to sell for upwards of $29,000 at auction. That's right, $29,000 for a coin that was originally worth only 5 cents. It's incredible to think that something as simple as a nickel could fetch such a high price, but it all comes down to rarity, demand, and the condition of the coin. So what makes a 2018 nickel worth so much? The value comes from a combination of factors. Coins with minting errors, for example, can be worth much more than their face value due to their scarcity. A 2018 nickel with an error, such as a double strike or an off-center imprint, can be worth thousands of dollars. Additionally, the demand for coins with historical significance, like the 2018 nickel, has driven up the price. Collectors who specialize in American coins are eager to add rare examples of this particular nickel to their collections, and as a result, its value has steadily risen as we wrap up today's video. I hope you've enjoyed learning about the 2018 USA 5-cent coin and the fascinating story behind it. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting to explore the world of numismatics, this coin is a great reminder that the value of a piece of currency is not always what it seems. Sometimes, the right coin in the right condition, with a rare minting error or unique feature, can be worth far more than you might imagine. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed learning about these 4 fascinating US nickels. If you found the video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries. Until next time, happy collecting!